giving me this opportunity. Since my friend Costa has covered a lot of the facts, and I think it's important when you run for office for people to get to know the person that's actually running. So I decided to not prepare any script, to come here and talk to you directly from the heart. That'll keep my campaign manager on the edge of his chair, and well, we'll be fine. So I wanted to share with you my story as to where I come from and how I got here. My parents, I was born in Iran. My parents left Iran in the mid-80s to come to Canada for a better life, as many new Canadians. We came to Canada, and the very next day we arrived, I went to school here. I was in elementary school, didn't speak any English, and we went there. I was truly lost in school. I didn't know anyone out there. It was in a very French-speaking part of Ottawa. We had rehearsed a little bit of English on the way, and then we arrived and we noticed it's a French part of Ottawa, so there wasn't nobody spoke English at all. So being the great country that it is, everybody, you can see the teachers and the students and the parents and everybody went out of the way to make sure myself, my brother, my sister were looked after. We brought lunch, not knowing the type of lunch that we're supposed to bring in or the way to bring it in. So it was a huge culture shock for us, even at a very, very young age. My involvement in politics began when I was in high school. I actually joined the party at the age of 16 years old. I started volunteering for the Conservative Party when I was 16. And it started by me asking questions. I was young, I was in Ottawa, and moved to Toronto. And when we moved to the big city, I started seeing, we were in Toronto, and I started seeing issues like homelessness. And I remember asking questions. I said, how can we be in such a great shape as a nation and yet have these? So it was a lot of, and the questions asking from different people. And then I approached my guidance counselor, as I was suggested to. And the guidance counselor in 1993 asked that I go and speak to my member of parliament or federal politician. In hindsight, those issues are mostly municipal and provincial issues, but she did her very best. She connected me to a politician. So I did. I wrote a letter to all political parties, and the only party that replied back to me was the Progressive Conservative Party at that time, at the age of 18. So I wrote a letter suggesting some ideas and so on and so forth. Anyways, I went in and I met with them. And since then, I've been involved at all levels in the party. And in 2003, I see some of our founding members here. I founded the Richmond Hill Conservative Party when our parties united and came together. I served as president for over 8 years, and I stayed involved in the town. I live here in Richmond Hill, and I work here. I'm a small business owner here in Richmond Hill. That's another reason why I wanted to run for office, is because, quite frankly, I think small business owners don't have enough voice in government. We typically don't. A lot of the voices of much bigger companies are heard, corporations are heard. I don't think small businesses have the voice, especially given that 80% of the Canadian economy is dependent on people like us, the small business owners. We're the ones who pay our bills. I don't know how to find ways and loopholes. My accountant gives me my amounts when it's due, and I have to go and pay it at the bank, like many small business owners. So that was my involvement in the party. I'm also involved in a lot of organizations in Richmond Hill, and I've done it very quietly. That's probably why most of you don't know. One of my biggest involvement is with the Optimist Club. The Optimist Club helps youth in all areas of life. Mostly the struggling families who can't meet. We come in and we support the families. That's been when I took on the club, it was, as the mayor says, it was declining. We had a lot of members who had retired and moved on. So it took me a few years to revive the club, and I'm so proud of the work that they're doing now for all the families in Richmond. The other clubs that I've been very involved with through my business is the Yellow Brick House. I give a lot of mattresses and beds to what I can afford to mostly single mothers who can't afford. They come from situations where they need some assistance. So I've been very involved with the Yellow Brick House. The Royal Canadian Legion is something that I've been involved in. I'm very passionate about. I think they're respecting those who've given everything to us and those who have sacrificed. It is very important to me. So I do my very best to be involved with them. Also sports, youth involvement is very important to me. And I think sports in general is very important to me. Thank you, March. I have been one of the proponents of making sure that people stay active as much as they can. I still, believe it or not, I may not show my physique, but I'm still quite active as much as I can. I play soccer, I love hockey, and the two sports that I play, I still try to get out as often as I can. So when we came up with the idea in 2000 that a lot of families today cannot afford to pay for their children to be enrolled in sporting activities. So we came up with the idea of putting in a soccer club that would do that for families. Kids would be able to play at no charge. It wasn't very organized. It was just for a chance for kids to come in and grab a uniform for free and be able to play soccer amongst each other. We couldn't do it with other sports because it's too expensive. So that's one of the things I'm really going to build on as well in the future. Keeping kids in sports does more than just getting them active. Those people who have been involved in team sports, it builds confidence, camaraderie. It gives them true life lessons that they can use in all areas of life afterwards. And that's something that all of us should be encouraging the young people to be involved in team sports. So I'm very proud of that work, very proud of the business that this very small business that I have here in Richmond Hill. I'm also involved, like I said, very proud of the work that I've done as a very, very small business owner here to support our service clubs. So I decided to run for office here because I wanted to make a difference. I truly love Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill embraced me. It might be the largest town in the country right now. To me, it's still Richmond Hill. It's still that small town where most of us who are involved in things know each other. We have a very, very, likable groups in all areas where we meet each other. It's not about attacking one another. I think it's a great town. I love being a part of it. Should I have the honor of getting elected on the 19th, I promise you to serve Richmond Hill with honor, integrity, and will try my best. And I make you this promise that it doesn't matter to me which party you represent, what you believe in, all your personal stuff. I will represent you as your member of parliament as best as I can. Thank you very much for this opportunity.